welcome back to another 6-scale figure review with me, your host, That Metro Mania. And I'm going to be as straightforward as possible. I had zero, and I mean absolutely zero intention of getting this guy originally until I watched Deadpool about a week and a half ago. And that kind of changed how I felt. So here we have the Premier Toys, what is it, Fireman? So it's the Human Torch from the original Fantastic Four movies. Not like the original as in like the unreleased like 1990s Fantastic Four. I mean Chris Evans' Human Torch from that Fantastic Four movie. So like I said, I wasn't gonna get this because I don't even know if they're making the whole team, so I don't even know if it's really worth it. But I got it anyway because I'm gonna do some fun modifications to it, and I'm really looking forward to making it a little bit more Deadpool and Wolverine-y. But for now, here's the box. Pretty straightforward. It's him. Don't look at that. That's spoilers. We'll talk about that in a bit. But I mean, it's Premier Toys. What do you expect? They've had one banger. Anyway, let's get him out of the box and take a look at this guy, because this is going to be a fun one. So I think the goal of this guy is to remind you that there is balance in this world. For every really good figure, there's a really not so good figure. So, you know, for every symbiote Spider-Man, you're gonna get this guy. So I don't even want to start ripping this guy apart yet, because we're not at that point. I just want to say that I will be ripping this guy apart because he's got not a lot going for him here. Like I said, the only reason I got this guy knowingly was to rip him apart and build him anew. Let's get him off of the spinning turntable of doom here and take a look at not so Chris Evans. Really take a second to take a look at that face, that face there, because it's not going anywhere. Just get used to it now. Yes, I know it doesn't look like him. No, I can't change that. Yes, I will kill him. No, I cannot fix the long neck currently. Yes, it will get fixed in the future. The only accessory that this guy has, and it's the Human Torch, so I don't really know how they would change this, but it's this the Heat Miser. So he comes with a Heat Miser accessory, you know, Mr. Green Christmas, and it comes with a little neck piece, so you can put it on him, and you can have like a little collar. I'm Mr. Green Christmas. I'm Mr. Sun. That's it. Other than that, it's just some hands. He doesn't even come with like fireballs or anything. This is gonna be all right. Prepare yourselves. Gonna give you a sec. I'm gonna give you a couple seconds to calm down here while I get him ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. So his forehead is so big. It's like his brain got bigger in the interim, and his head just swelled up with knowledge. And it killed his hairline as well at the same exact time. So Chris Not So Evans here managed to have a different skin tone between his neck and his head. And is that supposed to be, is that a part of the, hold on. Is this just, oh my god, is that supposed to be hair? Is that supposed to be, what is that? I think that's just coloration from the suit. All right. I was hoping that wasn't supposed to be like them putting neck hair on it. So this head sculpt sucks. As straightforward as possible. I think everyone can agree. There is no Chris Evans in this sculpt. This just looks like somebody drew like a caricature in like a New York park of Chris Evans and went, yeah, that looks good enough. Because this thing sucks. And the long neck doesn't help at all. I just don't understand any of it. Look, from this angle, it looks like Chris Evans. And this is the only angle that looks like Chris Evans. Except for the head it looks like a thumb. It looks like if somebody's thumb got really fat at the top, like a big toe. It looks like somebody's big toe. Because it's just like... It's just so funny to me that this got released in like a couple months. I've gotten figures that have released in a couple months, like Toys Battalion. I think it's Toys Battalion. Their Adam Warlock released in a couple months, and that was really good. You know, Hot Toys releases things in a very short amount of time sometimes, and they're usually not bad. There's no excuse for this guy. And the long neck is obviously because they want you to put the fire piece under, hold on, like that. So it comes out of the box like this. At least I can't remember which way this went. So it comes out of the box. And it's like this. Like, is this what you want? Is this what you want me to have it displayed as this whole time? He looks like Katniss in Catching Fire with the big flame dress on, but only at the top. Anyway, how about we flame on here real quick and get that sculpt on, right? I also put that the wrong way. It was supposed to be the other way. Flame on. Ow, that hurts. Flame on! That's great, dude. That is so good. That is Mr. Green Christmas. And the worst part is you can still see the neck. And it just fell off and rolled out of here, dude. What is this? Who greenlit this and released it and decided it was going to be like $180? I'm glad I did not pay full price for this guy, because this... I mean, this guy blows absolute chunks. I don't even know what to say. Let's get this off. Let's stop talking about the head. You guys have been talking about head way too much recently, and it's getting on my nerves. Let's talk about the rest of the suit. So other than, you know, long neckulus here, the suit is actually not too bad. It is pretty accurate to how it's supposed to look. It doesn't look bad. The body underneath it sucks, but the suit itself is actually not bad, which is the one saving grace for this derelict figure. Not derelict, that's not the word I'm looking for. This disgusting figure. So yeah, it looks pretty good all the way around. It's got that nice like V shape. Just very similar to the actual movie costume. Very well done. Why is that so bright? It looks really shitty here. And I don't say that word lightly. Because of the way it's like sewn together. Whatever, dude. This suit just... I mean, this company. The ribbing here, it looks mixed matched. It doesn't look right. His body underneath, you can see where it connects. It's like he's hungry. He's hungry for perfection. So these pieces are rubbery, so they get some squish to them. The hands are okay. I haven't tried switching them out yet because there's really no point. Here we go. So he does have a very flat backside as well. This is before he was America's ass. It kind of looks like it's like he's wearing one big jeans. Coming down, it's just more jean color. And then these boots, they're like sideshow boots, all one piece, but they're rubber. So it's like he's got some toe space there. So they like slipped it on. It's just really odd. But again, I don't think there's been a decision on this figure that wasn't really odd. I have no clue if they're going to make the other three because they teased them, but I don't think they'll make them after this monstrosity unless they're completely going back to the drawing board and trying again, which is what they should do. If you were going to release a Human Torch, you should release it as a 2-pack. One of Johnny Storm and one of Human Torch in somehow a Torch form. I think that's the only way that the Human Torch works. Everyone else makes sense on their own, but Human Torch, you cannot just throw me this stupid fiery head sculpt of Heat Miser and say, yup, that's the Human Torch, and call it a day. Doesn't work. Let's move on and compare him, I guess, to a Spider-Man, because that's all I really have to compare this guy to. So here's our Human Torch, and here's our more recent red and blue suited Spider-Man. So Human Torch, see if I can get him off of the base without him falling over. Not really. Just stand. Just stand. Just stand. Oh my god, there we go. So Human Torch is a little bit taller than Spider-Man. That's not really problematic, because, you know, Spider-Man is usually pretty short. If you close your eyes and look the opposite direction, this does look good. But you do have to look almost 180 degrees. Because as long as his body looks weird, and the suit looks fine, and the neck looks weird, it's always going to look weird. Speaking of looking weird, let's bring out the American hero himself. So let's focus a little bit more on this aspect. So you can see, I grabbed the Infinity War one because I like the sculpt on that one a lot. And you can see, I guess if you really squint your eyes, you can see the similarities between the Chris Evans looks. But I mean, that Human Torch just isn't doing it, like, at all. He's so much smaller as well, and I guess Captain is big, so that makes sense. But it just feels wrong, because he's like trying to stretch his neck to be longer. You think this was supposed to be like the neck for Mr. Fantastic, and they're like, look, he's like stretching his neck, and then they accidentally put it on the Human Torch and only released the Human Torch. Who knows? But I can warn you now, we're about to go to Articulation. This is going to be not great. Moving on. So I was playing with this guy earlier. This guy's got some ugly, ugly joints. So let's start off with our very fortunate extra space life ending 360 degrees with an up that far and a down that far. Arm goes up that far, back and forth a little bit. Decent bend at the elbow. Back, front. So he has some crunch. He has some back crunch. Leg goes up that far. Leg goes back to 0. So the knee on this one bends all right. But that one sure doesn't. So avoiding getting the suit in there. Both those knees do not bend happily. And you're not getting anything at this boot, because this boot is suck. So let's, I guess, flame on to the end of the video. Get this guy, this cranial master, out of here. You know, you'd think they would at least have given, like, hand fire blast so you can make it look like he's flying or something. Because this is it. This is all you get for that Human Torch aspect. This big ass head that looks like he's wearing a collar. And it just looks weird. I mean, I guess the head looks cool when it's spinning around and it's got like that light reflecting thing going on. But it's not saving the figure. Nothing is. Except for me. I will be ripping this man to shreds, killing him atom by atom, and fixing him. Making him look a little bit more Deadpool and Wolverine-y. Get a cloak or poncho for him. Try to find a more mature sculpt, even if it means ripping somebody else apart. Not, you know, to death. I've got plenty of Chris Evans sculpts. So, we'll see where that goes. But for now, before we do a Build-A-Fig, let's just wrap up this video of this unfortunately sad soul. Like I said, suit looks good. And that's it. Body is rugged. The head is horrid. There's not enough Human Torch components here for it to even really be considered a Human Torch figure all that much. There's not much to say about it other than I bought it. Oopsies. I'm sorry. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe and like and do other things that make the channel go boom. Because the channel is doing much better than this Human Torch is currently. He's probably wishing for death at this point. While my channel's wishing for life. I'm wishing to continue on living. Because we're having so much fun together. You and me and that guy. and your mom and your dad and your grandmother and your grandfather and your dog and your cat and your whole family. They love watching the channel, clearly. So you should subscribe. All of them like and subscribe so they can all watch it on their own time. Or you can all sit together on the couch together and watch all of my videos all in order. Give me all that lovely watch time because you love me and I love you. And we're all good pals except for this goddamn Human Torch who is making me disgusted. And with all of that out of the way, I've been me and you've been you, and thank you for watching a very, very special 6-scale figure review. Hopefully you join me next time when we review something maybe new. I will see you then.